now.
Welcome back to Flair Gaming,
Yeah.
where Flair teaches us how not to play games. You're joined by your co-host, Narco. We're going to be playing Grim Dawn today. It's going to be an absolutely horrific experience because we're both terrible at actually launching games, apparently.
Yeah, it only took us 6 tries to get here.
I believe it was 7.
It may have been 7, yeah. Yeah.
Still drawing breath, I see.
Okay, let's have a look
You're
at this
one
hotline.
You were possessed. So we strung you up. Seems the spirit fled your body before your life ran out. I'd have left you to hang, but the captain had other plans.
I'm glad
he
it's voice
sees some
acted.
purpose in you.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
I'm not
Like,
going to argue.
I think they put a lot of
the
work
road,
into this game when
in the
they did the
courtyard.
design for it, considering
Don't
they actually
make
need
me
the publisher.
regret cutting you down.
So, for the things that need to be rehearsed, they are, but for the notes and stuff like that, you can actually read them as well. So this is how the game railroads you. You actually have to build bridges to get into new places.
Oh, that's actually a really nice way of railroading.
So
Like-
you won't be able to uncover the mechanic. Like you can actually get into that area early if you have the recipe somehow. Otherwise, you've got things like this over here, which you can see is going to be built later, but we don't have material either.
Yeah, yeah.
So that gets fixed later on in the game by the actual people in the village.
Apparently
here-
I just unlocked Rift Gate.
Yeah, oh sorry. Over here is the rift gate. This is our portaling system. You can see how big the map is.
That is a pretty solid map, yeah. Wow.
And yeah. So starting with John Bourbon.
Alright, let's talk to this guy. Whoop,
You're not
talk to
looking
you.
too bad for someone just
Yeah,
come
yeah,
back
yeah.
from the brink of death. You were taken, possessed by the same creatures that have been reanimating these zombies here. Normally I'd have burned you with the rest to be safe, but we've lost too many people to the dead. I need someone expendable, someone with nothing to lose but a lot to gain.
Yay,
Right now,
I'm
you
expendable.
are that person. Prove your worth to me, and the survivors of Devil's Crossing may just welcome you.
Now, as we're
The
part of a
bodies
party
of the
together,
dead
as
are
long as we're in the
rising
same
again in some
general
horrible
vicinity,
unlife.
I'm not sure entirely how
Corpses
close
don't
it is.
just get up
We
and
will
move around
share
on their own.
experience for everything.
Something is reanimating our deceased with ethereal
However, it
energy.
is instance loot.
We have
by
observed the
default.
dead for some time,
So,
and they
whatever
appear to be
you see,
flooding
I
Lower
can-
Crossing from the burial hill,
Cool.
just beyond town.
But we can.
I want you
like,
to go
trade
to the burial
digital
hill,
items for each other.
find whatever is controlling these abominations,
My main
and
point
destroy
there is
it.
don't worry about picking things up or don't.
You will
pick
need to
things up
fight your way
because
through
I
Lower
can't see it.
Crossing. Once you've crossed the stream on the far side of town, there will be a beaten path leading up to Burial Hill. I know I'm asking a lot of you, but I'd be asking a lot of my people to welcome you with open arms too. Help us in our hour of need, and I will open Devil's Crossing to you.
Okay. I guess that's a merchant dude?
Hmm?
No, this appears to be a side quest.
Come see what's left of
Oh yeah, he's the side quest, but not yet. There's a merchant right next to him.
Come see what's left of wares.
Unfortunately, we won't have any money because we are.
I did just
freshly
receive an
funded.
item called Illusion Be Gone, though.
Yeah, it just removes your illusions, so you can make yourself appear in a certain fashion.
Okay.
However, we don't have them on, so don't worry about that yet. You can just drop the item and get it for free later. So starting out here, we've got the undead plagues, because obviously when the entire place went to hell, humanity was in a Victorian era industrial, and you can see how you got these kind of cottages where the undead are just roaming.
Yeah.
I do appreciate it. The first place that you go into is obviously the coffin makers. And so one of the cool features about this game is if you think it's destructible, it could possibly be. So if you look at the doors over here,
Oh, nice. Woo,
alright, level up. So press S for Sierra, and that's where you can start your actual first class.
Oh, there's Necromancer. Yep, we're doing Necromancer.
Yeah, so that's why I suggested we should get the expansion, because I knew you'd want that.
Awesome.
So you're probably going to go a ranged build. Or you don't have to with Necromancer. Necromancer has a really cool feature with scythes, so you can go melee Necromancer.
Nice.
Would you prefer to go the scythe Necromancer or the undead summoner kind of? Well, I mean, you can do both, obviously. But...
I like playing Necromancer. I definitely want to do a summon-focused build.
Yeah. So do you want to be up close and personal, or are you going to be ranged?
Does it matter too much either way?
I'll do the opposite. It doesn't particularly. I love Inquisitor. I'm just going to go pistols.
Okay, well then I guess I will go with the side. So I will be our front line, and you will shoot everybody with pistols.
Now, just to let you know, when it comes to certain abilities that you have, it will actually go across to other people as well if you're using reserve energy thing. So if it says all players in your party and all pets get bonus, then everyone's do.
Okay, cool.
However,
I'll
there is range.
try and remember that.
Now I'm going to be using ranged weapons, so...
So,
if you see a gun, just tell me.
Alright, cool. Searing Fierce Gem or whatever.
Fuck yeah. Let's do this.
Friendly fire is not a thing, right?
Nope.
Awesome.
In later difficulties, I think it does become a thing, but... Let's be realistic, we'll be like level 100.
Crude mace. Let's use the... Oh, I've got a gun. Searing Francis's gun.
You can pass me that, that'd be great. Do you want a shield?
Sure.
Because I can dual wield pistols. Oh yeah. So I'm playing an Inquisitor. One of the bonuses to that is that they actually start with a skill that allows them to dual wield pistols, unlike any other class.
Nice.
So at level 10, we're actually going to get a second skill set to combine the two. So you're not just going to be straight Necromancer, you can actually go into something else as well. Like you could play a Shaman, who would also have pets.
Dude,
and also
is there an upper limit to the total number of pets I can have? Like, do I have to choose between Necromancy pets and Shaman pets, or can I happily have both?
You can have both.
I'm doing that. We're doing a full-on pet master.
You can also go Occultist for more Symphonic style pets as well, where they have like an Evil Eye of Drieg. There's a few different classes that you can go. If you want to go the Shaman with Necromancer build, it's more of a two-handed build, because you get a lot of bonuses for two-handed, so it's really good with scythes. Otherwise, Occultist is good for long range.
Well, if you're doing our range, then I should probably do the side.
Hey man!
Means
Oh, we've got the barrow.
Oh, this is the thing we're supposed to kill.
That's one of them. We're not actually up to that quest yet, but the handy thing in this game is that if you kill them early, the game recognizes that and just allows it. So when you get to that quest, they'll just be like, "Oh, you've already done it? You've done that so fast."
I do like it when the game actually acknowledges that sort of thing. I mean...
So yeah, you can't kill enemies out of order here. They just let you know.
Journal of Inquisitor Creed, first and second entry.
Yep, so that's one of the main characters in this. I'll just let you listen.
Alright,
so if you pick up researchers' papers, you actually get lore bonuses for reading lore.
Okay, it doesn't seem to have audio, so I'm just going to read it out. I'm trapped here. I realize now I will die in this house. Margaret, I fear that you are already dead. Oh, Margaret, no. And so it may not be so bad if I shortly join you. By some miracle, you yet live and return here to find this note. Please know that I am not angry with you. I've never regretted our life together, but now only regret that I lost my temper and spoke unkind words when we last parted. I hope you will not think me a coward for what I'm about to do. They are already in the house. I barricaded myself in this room, but it's only a matter of time before they break through. All I can do now is choose the manner in which I face death. I would rather die a man than be changed into one of those horrid things or eaten alive. I will love you always, Francis. Ah, you stole your guns. Okay, Inquisitor Creed. I am currently en route to the village of Birch in order to investigate a number of strange incidents that have been reported in this area. As dusk is drawing near, and the swamp of this region are said to be hazardous to travel at night, I've reluctantly taken up lodging at a small squalid tavern in Lower Crossing. That's where we are?
Yeah, we're currently in the crossing.
Cool. Perhaps I am weary from my hurried travels, but I fear as if there is strange pressure and electricity to the air. It is almost akin to the still before a thunderous summer gale, but yet the sun shines and not a cloud is to be seen. Everything seems as it should, but in my gut I feel that something terrible will soon come to pass. As I was packing to resume my journey to Bowich, my assistance was urgently requested at a logging camp in the old road west of Devil's Crossing. Where are we? Cornwall?
We're in Devil's Crossing.
I mean, like, the naming conventions. It sounds like something you'd find in, like,
yeah.
Devon or Cornwall.
Yeah, fair enough. I've never really looked at that too much because I just presumed it was a fake one.
It probably is, but yeah. Where stray animal tracks have left their lumbermen listless and pale. Upon arriving, I received a somber greeting from the foreman, who informed me that bitten workers had gone mad and fled the premises. They were reported to have spoken in an unknown tongue. The foreman showed me the remains of the animals, 2 grey foxes and a hound, suffering some sort of horrific mange, lying in a peacefully dug pit behind the outhouse. The foreman told me that the animals suddenly died when confronted by the workers, and a strange green vapor emanating from their remains. Shortly afterwards, 3 lumbermen fell ill, and their mental state rapidly deteriorated. It appears that my presence in this region is most warranted. Awesome.
So I hope that helps set the tone because it's pretty specific in this game. If you come over here, there's a Harbour Master's log as well.
Okay, Harbour Master log. Let's have a read of this one or not, because the Inquisitor notes disappeared. That's weird.
It saves into your lore tab, so you can come back to it anytime.
Fair
You
enough.
just press Q.
Yeah, okay. Autumn fogs are appearing early this year, but traffic remains unusually high. I leveled up. There is a steady flow of small craft coming down from Malmoth and other townships to the northeast. Some of these boats are barely afloat, burdened with what looks like people's every possession. These travelers, sometimes entire families, bring with them strange tales of wars and the unnatural. Bunches of hogwash riling up soft townsfolk. Can't complain though, keeps the docks busy. Most are westbound, trying to get as far away as they can. The lads at the docks are starting to lose their nerves. Some have talked about setting out west themselves, but I've assured them it's all nonsense and will pass. Youth are easily caught up in the energy of the moment. Ooh, there's stuff there. Nothing else here. Cool.
I've got a green one-handed axe, so it might be good if you need it.
I already have a green one-handed axe. I'm
Cool.
just working on the assumption that it's probably not particularly better than what I'm currently using.
It does cold damage and has a chance to launch an ice spike.
Well, I mean, because I haven't actually checked to see what my green axe abilities are, so I don't know how much better or worse it is.
Yep.
So this are these maps procedurally generated, or?
So the main quest line is normal. However, there are parts of it that will be procedurally generated, and that's it will tell you before that, basically. Or I will tell you. Obviously, it'd be nicer to come across that more specifically.
Yeah.
Certain parts of the main quest line can have a little bit of variation in how they spawn, so it's not like you're guaranteed anything specific. And that's mostly because obviously it gives them more of a vibe of the enemies wandering around as opposed to just staying still.
Man, dual wielding those pistols is doing a lot of damage.
The Inquisitor has a really high damage outburst at the start of the game. It just... nothing beats it. My opinion.
Yeah, solid.
So we're actually coming up on the first mission now, which is the entering a cave under Burial Hill. Now we're seeing the aether crystals over here. This is what's starting this whole undead or mechanic.
Look, undead have a right to life too. I think we should let them live.
Now, you've actually leveled up like 3 or 4 times now. You might want to double check how many skill points you've got and see if you can actually start minions.
I have 6 skill points available. Raise skeletons. Do I want to max that out, or...?
It will make them really strong, and I think you get an extra skeleton per 2 levels you spend in it.
I mean, that
And you
sounds
summon 3
awesome.
at a
It was
time.
more a question of, should I save my skill points?
Not necessarily, because you can come to a person that will allow you to set them back at any time.
Oh, sweet.
Except for the bottom row, you cannot change the points at the bottom.
Okay. So, how do I set that as an active ability?
On the bottom row, you can right click and allow you to put them on any of the things.
Oh, I can't see the bottom row. Let me change my video
No.
settings because it is clearly just slightly too... There! I actually have a bottom row now. Why does that exist? Go away.
So by default, 9 and 0 are your potions. You can also press E and R as well.
Hang on. I have a slight issue with an overlay that shouldn't be on this game. Let's task manager it out of existence. In theory, let's task manager it out of existence. There we go. Yes? There we go, it's gone now. Awesome. Okay, so what was the option you were saying?
On the bottom
There
bar,
it is.
right click.
Yep.
Oh nice, you got skeleton archers.
Pet attack.
And so you have a random chance of summoning whichever kinds. So they may not be always skeleton archers, they may not always be a single soldier.
Cool.
Are you currently maxed out at 3 skeletons?
I believe
Because
so.
you can only summon 3 at a time. So if you have a limit of 4, sometimes it won't summon. Just letting you know. Right, we're gonna go up against our technically first boss now.
Only technically. The other one doesn't count.
Pretty much. I think you lost a skeleton. Oh wait, no, there he is.
No, they're all here.
Alright, there should be a boss just below us. Alright, that's a reanimator. From here on, we're going to get reanimators more commonly. They basically summon the enemy.
Iron bits, leather folders. Probably put on armor. That actually sounds like a smart plan. Look, it sounds like a smart
now,
plan. It might
back
be
over
the
here.
worst plan ever, but it sounds like a smart plan.
Back over here. Back near the boss area. There's a little section under here. So this game actually rewards players who like to look around the map, by the way.
I do like... Oh. I somehow opened...
So this is a ruined shrine.
Oh.
These actually give you devotion points, which are used to fill out your devotion tree and ultimately perform part of your character sheet.
So I should offer
Mm-hmm.
a crystal to it? Okay.
If you don't, I will. So basically, they act like a free chest the first time. You can only complete them once. And then now if you press the S button, there's a button in the middle that says devotion.
Okay.
And you'll see exactly how many different devotions there are.
Yeah.
So we don't have to worry about that right this second, because we've only got 1 point anyway. It'd probably just be a small amount of extra chance to hit that we're going to take at the moment. So we may as well just move on, and we'll worry about that once you've understood more about your character.
Okay.
But if you keep going down...
Oh, hang on. There's a thing up over here. Alright.
So with the devotion tree, basically you have to spend a certain amount of constellation points. Once you have those constellation points, it unlocks more constellations in that. And obviously, the more points you spend onto something, the better outcome you're probably going to get. They also do give you actual attack abilities and other things you can include on your natural skills, which will then increase the skills and level themselves up, so that they become stronger whilst you use them. One of the ones, if you're going into a pet build, will be the Shepherd's Crook, which allows your pets to do 45% more attack, basically.
Nice.
Over here is the Lower Crossing ref, so we'll just take that and click on Devil's Crossing.
Talk to the dude.
The dead attacks have slowed and their numbers are thinning. I take that as a sign that you've dealt with the source? A creature was doing this? Disturbing. Thanks to your efforts, we may yet hold out here a little longer. I've sent word to the gate guard. Speak to him and he should let you in. Take some well-deserved time to rest and recover. Welcome to Devil's Crossing. We need some time to plan our strategy. In the meantime, there are others around Devil's Crossing who could use your help. Take a moment to mingle with your fellow survivors. Kasparov, our resident scientist, is really eager to speak with you. He babbled some nonsense, but I believe he wants to talk about your connection with the Ethereals. Barnabas, our
Ethereals
handyman,
is the
said he
spirit
needed
thing?
help with our water pump. When you're done assisting them, speak with me in my office inside the prison.
So certain places here will hate certain things more. So these guys hate Ethereals and the undead.
Okay.
And if we kill bosses of that, we'll get reputation.
See what's left.
Market man. Okay, I found some purple scrap.
I'll give you a good
I'll
price.
keep that.
That looks like crafting
Scrap is
material.
incredibly... It is incredibly important. You know that thing I said that we could fix the bridge with?
Yep.
It's scrap.
Right. So I found a scrap metal blunderbuss. Is that, like, I assume you don't want a scrap metal.
I have the double guns that give me fireballs and attack, so I'm pretty good right now.
Alright, so...
'Cause they're doing a bunch of damage, basically.
I'm just, before I sell it, there's no deconstruct weapons
There
option.
is, but it costs a lot of resources.
Okay, so let's not do that. So
And
I'm just gonna
we
sell
don't have dynamite right now.
any of these grey things, and green is better than yellow, I assume.
So grey or white, yellow, green. My brain is thinking purple, but I think it's blue. It's definitely blue.
Alright. Oh, does it automatically... Like, if you've got a slot empty, it automatically fills it when you pick something up?
Absolutely.
Oh, fantastic. I do actually really love when games do that. It makes...
I've picked up some tomes, in case you want to look over them. I don't know if they're specifically great for your build, but they're basically the wizard equivalent of shields.
and be gone. Alright,
See you around.
Tome. Musty Tome of Decay.
See anything you like.
Otherwise, you can also use bones. Bones are pretty good for you. There's a really nice subjugator's bone for you.
Okay, so this guy just gave us a mission to put some things down.
I'll give you a good price of what I've got left.
You've got all the guns you need. Not very inclined to buy anything from this guy at the moment, because I'm just 90% certain we're going to find random stuff that's better anyway.
Pretty much. I've taken word of renewal so that I can heal us now.
Fantastic. Actually, before we go, I think I've got to level up, yes. So we are just going to level up skeletons as much as possible.
I may recommend that you put points into to get to like the 5 or 10 mark, if you have a chance, because your skeleton's already doing enough, and I'm going to just keep exploiting stuff. So if you look at the next tier of what skeletons upgrade into, I think it was really good for memory. I went Scythe Necromancer instead of Undead Necromancer. I've never been much of a summoner myself.
Look, I like non-summoner builds, but I usually like them once I know the game.
Yeah.
It's like playing any spellcaster. Like, until you know how the game works,
Yeah.
it becomes a mess of, I'm trying to build this thing and I built it all badly and wrong. So the game is not fully voice acted. Such a shame.
No.
Still, the important points are. Nope, sorry, Jane. Your mum and papa are definitely dead, and I'm going to finish them off.
Greetings, child. I am pleased to see that the
Getting a
tainted
quest.
possession has left you. Should you require it, I offer spiritual guidance to the survivors. I will gladly extend this service to you. My knowledge of spirits has allowed me to devise a trap with which we were able to contain you and the ethereal that controlled you. It was not until the noose was firmly around your neck that the spirit left you, though. I'm afraid that I am not at all fit for combat, which from my understanding was more than necessary for you to reach the Reanimator's lair. I was only able to subdue the ethereal within you with the use of a trap, which would have required the Reanimator to come to us, just as you have. Troubled memories can cloud the mind and torment the spirit. With my guidance, you can move past these painful thoughts and begin anew. My knowledge of spirits has allowed me to
Okay. I'm not entirely sure what the quest she gave us was, but, oh, we got a quest apparently. I
So
am
we've got
following
one
your
quest
lead.
media.
Welcome to my workshop. I saw you fighting the dead out in Lower Crossing, and I dare say you were absolutely brilliant. Evidently, cutting you off that noose was the best decision the captain made that day.
Mike, what other decisions did he make that
Where
day?
are my manners? I'm Kasparov, scientist and inventor. What brings you to my humble rift gates? Yes, the ethereals use them to get around. I was working on a way to close them, but then you stumbled through ours. We have never seen a human, possessed or otherwise, pass through one before. Not a living one, anyway. It was then that I realized that we could put these portals to use. There is something about you that is attuned to the rift gate, and I intend to replicate it.
So we're just gonna give this guy all of our blood, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
You don't remember anything, do you? I may have taken
Oh,
some
he already took it.
liberties while
Good-
you were
good
out
man.
cold. It was just a few tests, a blood sample or two, nothing major.
I mean, to be fair, if there was
Results
humans that were walking around that was possessed and then became not
appears
possessed,
that your body is still
Well,
teeming
you know, you'd
with
be kinda-
residual
you'd be kinda
ether
sus.
energies.
I mean,
Don't
yeah,
worry,
but like
you
I
won't be
support
growing
this
any new
for
limbs,
science.
Probably. But I'm going on tangents here. I believe that with a correctly tuned pulse of aether energy, we can replicate this phenomenon in a controlled manner, as in without the need for pesky possession. I've been working on just the device to do it, but it needs power. For that, I require aether crystal fragments. You'll be looking for large formations of crystals with an unnatural green glow. They are strewn about the landscape now, anywhere the ethereals have left their mark. Shouldn't be too hard to find, especially around places with large concentrations of corpses. I'd check the graveyard. Be careful though, those crystals are a bit unstable around the living.
Okay.
To bring back the aether crystal
yeah,
fragments,
some ether
these will
crystals.
do perfectly. I'll just place them into my device here, and oh my, that's not right. Not at all.
I have some.
That
You might have
pulse
some as well.
wasn't supposed to go off. Very good. I'm sure a little more
We got a
ether
skill
in
point
your
on that, by the
system
way.
won't do you the slightest harm. Okay, maybe it was a lot more, but you look fine, fitter than ever. A real shame about the prototype, though. Showed such promise. Perhaps if we've been so preoccupied with this Riftgate business that I completely forgot
Yep, we
about
got
my
the
apprentice,
quest to find
Darling.
Darlet.
I sent her out to the Burwich Estates to fetch parts for our research, and she's been gone entirely too long. Seems her ineptitude carries beyond just the workstation.
Well, that's through Kasparov.
I have to say, I do feel a little responsible for her now that she's my apprentice. Could you please go out there and find that hopeless girl?
What is it with masters always disparaging their students as a trope?
And then down over here as well.
The captain send you over? He must have done quite a service with the dead if he's got hands to spare for old Barnabas. Let's get to business, yeah? Our wind pump's broken down again and we're running low on water. We're all out of parts, so I can't fix her up. Can always melt down what weapons we have, but I'm not too fond of being fired in my sleep.
Why not just lower a
I'll need
bucket
scrap
into
for
the
Lower
river?
Crossing. Search the ruined houses and the old dumping grounds on the far side of Lower Crossing, past the burial hill. Smash some junk. Search the bodies of those things roaming around out there. Where you get it isn't that important to me. Just
Okay.
Oh, over here. Wait. It's just scrap. Do you have some scrap?
I do have a scrap.
I have 4. So therefore, if I get out my scrap,
So we've already finished the scrap quest.
yep.
Yay!
Because as I said, you can just, progress.
Progress.
I'll just let you go and talk to him again.
Did you get the scrap? Perfect. I'll get the wind pump up and running in no time. Devil's Crossing will have safe drinking water again, and it's all thanks to you. First class is on me.
The first glass of water. How much are you charging for water?
Well, the good news is I got the water pumping again. The only problem is it smells like a sewer. We're about a tenfold worse. I haven't smelled something this rotten since I cleared out a den of
Now,
sludge
as we actually do that and do more missions
They're
for
loathsome
Barnabas,
reptiles
we'll
who
actually
homes
improve
in
the
swamps
town.
and then caves.
Oh,
They
nice.
secrete a nasty
So that's where
poison
this
in
bridge,
the
for
water
example,
that makes it
becomes
drinkable for
reconstructed.
them, and nearly always fatal to us. I've been good
Now,
on
he's already got another thing
nesting
that he wants us to
cable
do, so I'd
fuels our
recommend taking.
pump. I'm too old for all this spelunking, so I need this key will open the cellar in the
Alright,
shack
we've
behind
got
me,
ourselves a key.
right by that accursed rift gate. It connects to the bowels of the prison, which should lead
And
you
we
to
have
the
to murder
cave.
the Sylph
Find the
Matriarch.
Slith
Slith
Matriarch that's like
Matriarch.
the pollutant in our water supply, and the poison should clear out on its own. You do this, and all the Devil's Crossing will be honoring your name with every glass.
I'm sure they won't. They'll forget about me as soon as the water's fixed.
So if we go over here, this is a really quick detour on this one.
What are we doing?
We're gonna kill the Slith Matriarch.
Yes, I get that, but we just seem to be walking back and forth.
Oh, you're not moving on my screen.
Oh.
There's a trapdoor here. You also don't have zombies.
That is correct. I had it right.
Do remember to make sure that you don't have more than 3 limit. Because if you only press once, it only summons 3.
Yeah. There we go. And I can't get to 10 just yet. Alright.
Nice.
Die, things.
By the way, in case you ever want, you can actually press Alt to trigger different grounds. Like what's the items on the ground. And there's also an O button, so that way you can select very specifically what loot will actually show up.
Oh.
And it is quite specific. Like it's not just only
Yeah.
show you white, so it is well detailed.
That is impressive. Well, I don't think I want... wait, Shaman's like 2-handers and Scythes are 2-hands, right?
Yep, that's correct.
Okay, so I'm gonna basically stop...
At the start of the game, I basically just, you know, I have everything selected because we're gonna travel back and forth and sell a bunch of stuff anyway. But you know how I said this game loves people who explore the map?
Yeah.
So if you come over here, your first secret. As you can see, the top right hand corner, it's not actually on my map, so do look for things that are glowing because they probably could be destructible.
Okay.
A nice little feature. As you know, most action RPGs have now.
Yes. But they didn't used to.
And considering this game is actually 10 years old now, it's still rather relevant for its period.
I remember back in the days of playing Baldur's Gate before they added the feature of, you know, freaking hit the tab button or the alt button, whichever one it was, so that things lit up on the screen. There was so many little secret locations where, you know, you could actually get items. Just like hover on this particular part of the map and you'll find a secret cache. And it's just like, that's awesome. But also, you cannot find it unless you already specifically know to look for it there.
Now, as I did say before, my build possibly may make this game feel very easy, but once we hit about level 10, it'll probably make it go a little bit slower.
I mean, that's fine. Like, it may seem easy right now, but it's getting us quicker into the game and quicker to see what the game is like and what to expect.
Exactly.
Which, you know, is important if I'm trying to review it. from a Lovecraftian perspective. I'm not trying to review if the game is fun. I'm trying to review if the game has a horror story.
I personally think it does, and I think it will become very evident, but that's because I'm biased and I've already played it multiple times.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair enough. There's been a lot of games, like, I recently played through Song of Horror, and I liked it. I actually did like it, even though it was mostly, like, there was more cinematics than there was gameplay.
But by the way, if you press the full stop or comma, it'll actually rotate the map for you.
Ooh.
Which might be relevant when you can't see something specifically.
Okay, noted. Thank you
Because
for
like
that.
for that, you didn't select an item that was on the ground. It could be open. So if you think you can't see something, you probably can't.
Awesome. Anyway, yeah, like, House of Ashes. It may have been more cinematic than game a lot of the time, but I did quite like it. But reviewing it, it's not very Lovecraftian at all. It barely has anything Lovecraftian about it once I actually sat down and reviewed it. It's just like, it could be a really good game. Or an average game, depending on your opinion about more cinematic than game.
Over here.
But, yeah. Turned out, nope. Not particularly Lovecraftian.
It's unfortunate.
And even the criteria that it did meet, it didn't really meet them in a particularly Lovecraftian way. Like, I still gave it those points, but it's just like, yeah, but those, like, it getting those points was not in service to the horror or to even the style of story. It just happened to have that element as part of the game.
Yeah. We came backwards through a camp. So, like, I mean, I guess, as in case anyone is first time watching this, what would you define as a Lovecraftian game?
So, I've got 19 different points to define what a Lovecraftian game is, and they're divided between two categories. One is the aesthetic, and the other is the horror. So, I happily admit that you can have a Lovecraftian game without it being necessarily a horror game, because it can still very much have the Lovecraftian aesthetic, but it won't be a true Lovecraftian game unless it has both the horror and the aesthetic. As for
over here, another rune shrine. I'll do it this time.
Sure, thank you. As for like the finer points of what each of those 19 points actually are and represent, I'm at the moment I'm not going into detail on those simply because I've got a survey where I want people to express their opinions. Like, if you think that this game is a Lovecraftian game, I want you to do the survey for this game and tell me, do you think it's Lovecraftian? What do you think is good about it? What do you think is bad about it? Whatever. So I don't want to unduly influence your definition of what is Lovecraftian. But it is worth noting that an academic definition of what is Lovecraftian usually doesn't match what is a common definition, like the popular definition. And there's reason for that, and that is because the concept of what Lovecraftian is has changed over time.
I'm just dropping a personal rift so we can just teleport back, because there's nothing else here.
Awesome. Yeah,
you can feel free to dispute that at any point, by the way. In case you think I'm wrong.
Look, as we play, I will know in more detail.
Let's see what's left of my wares.
Ooh, I've got a blue Helmore shotgun. Is that a thing that you want?
I'll take it for a two-hander. I don't mind having a two-hander as well.
Okay, I will drop it on the ground in a moment.
You can just drop it out of your inventory, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, can I do that? There we go.
Do you already have rings?
I don't think so. No. Oh, I do have a couple of rings, but I haven't checked them to see if they're good or
Yeah,
not.
Anything I know that isn't as good as probably something you already have, I'm just going to sell automatically. Otherwise, I might review stuff provided to you if I think it's good enough.
Okay. Scrap metal shoulder plates.
Oh, level 14.
I
Damn.
can't use apparently. Do you want some scrap metal shoulder plates?
I think I'm fine. Mine just gives 6% health, so I think I'm fine.
Awesome. I kind of already sold it already because I realized the answer just before you started talking.
Now, you may have already noticed that you're picking up things called, like, cracked lodestone, polished emerald, searing ember, bristly fur, roiling blood, chilled steel.
Yep.
Those are relics in this game. Relics are item enhancements, so you can put them on top of items.
Cool.
It used to be that they were stacks and pairs of 3 to upgrade them, but they removed that system when the second expansion came out, which I think was a great addition, personally, because it meant you didn't have to worry as much. You can actually slot them into your items now if you want and remove them later, because one of the inventors will be able to do that. Otherwise, if you want to save them, because they can actually make items later on as well, you can do that too.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I'm about to read out a crudely scrawled note. So, now I ain't a decent man, and I sure ain't good at writing, but word needs to get out about what this place really is. This prison. It ain't no joint I ever been in, and I've seen double my share. Men don't stay... I've scrolled down a bit too far. Men don't stay here long neither, and some of the lads they haul in, they ain't criminals. I know. Moment I see a man, I can tell by his eyes that he done wrong. These boys, I see fear. I've seen this warden a couple of times, big man in black armor. He ain't know any better. You'd think he was on the wrong side of the bars. Every day, he and his lackeys take prisoners out to this hut, in this yard, by the dozen. They ain't never come out. Later, a wagon rolls in by the hut, it always leaves full. They don't let us out of ourselves no more, but I can tell there ain't not much left of us. The holes are quiet. I'm the last man in my row. The others, they were taken in yesterday's batch. I ain't asking for pity. I know my end's in that hut, but perhaps this note will be my one good deed in my pathetic life. Gripping very hard and very poorly on the Shawshank Redemption there. Okay, where are you at? That is...
I just dropped some
Clearing out
items
those
around for
slits.
you in case they're actually
They're
decent for
starting
you.
to beg me for water. I don't know how many more times I can say it'll melt your guts before they just rush me to take it. Well done. Once I pump out the remaining poisoned water, the spring should be clean enough for drinking. I'll make sure to let people here know how much help you've been. They'll be grateful if they can get a drink without dissolving their intestines. One more thing. Take my rucksack. Useful for hauling back scrap or whatever else you come across.
Yay, we just got a rucksack, apparently.
Yeah, so we now have extra inventory.
Oh,
If you look
nice.
in your screen, you could unlock the first one. There is actually multiple unlocks for the rucksacks, but you have to be well aligned and actually do the main quests.
Price of what I've got left.
Yeah, that's the wrong
Let's see
thing.
what's
So
left of
now
what I've
you'll
left.
notice that the town's actually upgraded slightly because John Berman's moved.
Yeah.
Good, you're back. I've heard good things from both Kasparov and Barnabas. One of my scouts came back with news making our next move clear. The dead are heavily concentrated in Burwich Village to the north, past the swamps of Whitemire. There must be a reason why. Perhaps the ethereal behind these attacks is there. We can't know for sure without investigating deeper. You've proven yourself quite resourceful thus far. Your ability to secure rift gates for human use could be a turning point in our situation. With all the activity around Burwich, there's bound to be a rift gate. If you can capture it, that
Okay,
will give us
looks
a
like we're
solid
gonna be
foothold in the area.
hunting for a rift gate in
Follow the
Burwich.
road north through Whitemire. Though in the current state of things, you will likely have to leave the road behind well before you reach the village. Keep pressing north, and you will eventually reach the outskirts of Burwich. It's surrounded by a palisade wall, so you will have to find a way inside. Once you've secured the rift gate, return to Devil's Crossing.
Alright, let's move up into Burwich Village. Now, usually you could just take the portal and go to halfway point. However, sometimes things respawn that can be really relevant, so I always say just go back from Lower Crossing.
Okay, cool. I mean, extra XP doesn't hurt anybody anyway.
Exactly. Plus, it gives you a natural feel to the game.
Yeah. I mean, I say that extra XP doesn't hurt anybody, but I feel like it probably hurts all the people we kill.
What is that new minion you've got? That guy looks sweet.
I don't know.
Yeah, look at how cool he looks, though.
He does look cool.
Ah, there's noise over here. There was a noise over here. Just one noise. Yeah, that's all he was loud.
He was probably hiding, like, you know, he was just like, okay, if I be very quiet, they won't notice me, and I'll survive them terrible rampage. And then he accidentally, like, maybe a cat walked by or something.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh, thank God I'm safe from these monsters.
I appear to have gone ahead of you, and I don't actually know where I'm going. I'm just attempting to follow the
Just
road.
explore. At any point, you can press M for map, by the way, and it will show you the local map, including what we have and haven't actually gone through.
Hee. I'm exploring even with the map open.
Yeah.
That I actually really like that. That was fun. I like that that is a thing that you can do. Oh, I think there's something up here that we didn't explore, or at least that I didn't explore.
Yeah, I found a huge part that we didn't explore.
Yep, I found a chest back here.
I found it in a PC of a decision that you can make. Now, as I told Alan before, there's going to be several decisions in this game that will actually impact the overall storyline, so he will have to make an interesting decision right now.
That's great, but where are you? I can't see you on my map.
I'm the green dot.
Oh, you're down there. Okay, yeah, I never went down there. Okay.
Exactly. I come back down to Burial Hill. Over here. Now, if anyone is actually watching, obviously they can help Alan make this decision in the text box. We do love a chat.
We do. If you want to chat, which is the best way to do it, every now and again, it actually does recognize somebody saying something over on Facebook, but usually it doesn't. And I can see we've got a couple of people watching at the moment, so if you want to guarantee, more or less, that you're engaging directly, probably... Actually, I should double check that, because I'm actually going to pause the stream for a moment and double check to see if the chat function is working, because it wasn't working properly yesterday, and people were trying to talk to me over Twitch, and I didn't see it at all. So give me one moment to just double check. Give me one moment. Okay, cool. It does look like it is working. Yep, it is definitely working. Fantastic. Alright, so yes, if you do want to chat, pop over to Twitch and you can come talk to us. And it'll tell me how terrible I'm doing. Alright, Foldis, we're all gonna die out here. Calm down, where are you from? I was staying with a group of survivors down in Devil's Crossing, you know, the old prison. Supplies started running low. I volunteered to go scavenging around Lower Crossing, figured it was safe enough, but I was wrong. I got chased in here by a pack of ravenous rift scourgers, though I can't hear their maddening skittering anymore. I suppose I have you to thank for that. It doesn't matter though, the area is overrun with the dead. We won't make it 5 feet without getting surrounded. I suppose I could open a rift gate, or the way should be clear by now. Um, we've rift gates. We can't put people through yet, can we?
We actually can.
We
That's,
can?
that's how I opened the personal rift, the big red thing that we went through.
Oh, I know that you can open them, but isn't that what
Yeah.
Kasanoff or whatever his name was working on, trying to find a way to
No.
get?
So they're trying to figure out how to do it. We already can.
Okay. Well, then I guess let's send him back with a rift gate. A what? Isn't that what those things are pouring out of? Well, sort of, but mine will take you home. I'm having a hard time believing that after what I've seen up in Burwich, but you don't seem to have the look of a taken about you. I suppose this is my only option. See you back at Devil's Crossing, open rift gate.
Cool, huh?
Yeah. So would he have died if we sent him back on foot?
I'm not going to tell you what's going to happen.
He gets killed by the, oh no, probably everybody in town will be like, oh no, look, kill that thing that just popped out of the rift gate.
You've made a decision and you'll find out what happens. So now that we've cleared the burial hill, it's probably going to be to the right now.
Okay.
Feldus, feel free to mock Alan for his choices.
You just want any excuse to mock me, don't you?
I need an excuse.
Ah, good answer.
We've got a star over here, so that means the quest. Pharos the rocket.
Pharos, isn't this the guy we just sent back?
Nope.
Would have been funny if it was.
Pharos the Rotted is what we just killed. We sent Feldus back.
Aha. Yes. Go, my skeletal minions. I found an entrance.
Ah, yeah, so this is one of those entrances that I was talking about before. This has a chance to randomize itself. Most of the time it's not.
Alright, so
That's
this
wrong.
is just a random cave?
Potentially random. The water is poisoned. Do not stand in the water.
It's okay, if it's poisonous, it only matters if I ingest it.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Yeah.
It's venomous water.
Oh, well then that's going to be a problem if I have any open wounds.
Yeah.
We don't have any open wounds, right?
I don't know about you. I'm getting the stuff punched out of me.
Okay, I am punching this thing. Punching it with my axe.
Punching it with my guns.
Gun
Now,
punch.
you've probably seen vital spirits and the like in this game so far already. In
Yep.
case you weren't aware, on your health bar, can you see the yellow bar that's there?
Yep.
And, oh my god, what the hell? Oh, I'm going to something.
Okay, so I opened the chest.
That was a monster totem. We're fighting 3 bosses now.
Look, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Well, we did it.
And got an achievement.
Yeah, so that was a monster shrine. If you click on those, they will summon bosses out.
Whoops.
Anyway, as I was saying about the vital essences, if you see that yellow health bar, you actually have a regeneration pool. So once your health goes down, it will start regenerating based on that yellow bar as soon as you're like out of combat for a second or so, and then it will decrease the yellow bar. But picking up a vital essence or food will replenish part of that yellow bar.
Okay.
So you actually have a maximum cap on regenerating out of combat.
that is actually quite cool. Okay, we fit the level 10, so I can select the second class, and I believe I was going to go for Shaman with the Scythe, yes?
Yeah, Shaman is a good one if you want to go two-hander. Otherwise, you could probably take a Cultist, because that seems like you're doing as well. Demonic Cowhounds, Ravens, and Evil Eyes.
Selling with neither sword
Otherwise,
nor gun.
Shaman is more of like the, you can press, you can click on the class, by the way, and then press undo class, as long as you haven't put a point in it. So you can actually read over what's in it.
Okay. Well, let's have a quick look-see. Let's just have a look at what the upper end things are.
Now, I'm probably going to go into Arcanist, and I'm going to build into fire, lightning, and ice damage. So I'm going to do a combo of all three, and piercing.
Okay, I think I'm going to go Shaman just to keep it easy. But I'm not going to spend any points on Shaman at the moment.
So I may recommend 1 point into it.
Yeah.
And then you can take something like Savagery. If you just read Savagery, it goes on your left click, and it makes you do more damage. And it charges up over time until you've got to max stacks, and just always does the max stack.
Oh, nice. So yeah, that would be a solid thing, even right this moment. Yeah.
Yeah, because it just increases your damage straight up.
All right. Well, I have just upped Skeleton Warriors to 16, and I've upped my general skill points at Necromancy to 10, which means that in future I will be able to start getting some additional minions.
So, I am going to be nice, and I'm going to take Arcanist, so that I can take Iskandra's Elemental Exchange. And I'm going to put straight up 3 points into my Manifestation. So that way, if you summon your skeletons right now, you can see that they're not glowing, and now they are. Now they do elemental damage as well.
Nice!
Because my build will now affect them forever.
Nice! Oh, this is, we are just gonna murder everything now. Like, especially because they're all crossbows. They're just, like, I'm the front line, and they're just killing everything. We have a sarcophagus. I found some impervious pants.
Now, I've picked up a lot of items, so I might need to head back to base in a second. But I'm just gonna kill this Sliff outpost first.
Okay. Okay. Looks like we have cleared this. Oh wait, no, here we go. Giant mosquitoes.
Just double checking, you sure you're only allowed to summon 3?
Are you sure I've only allowed to summon 3? Let's double check. Yeah.
So, that's unfortunate.
Oh, it's the level 10 ability. The level 10 ability is what allows me to summon more
okay.
minions.
That's what it was. Yeah, I knew that it was when a 5 and 10 that was really good for you. Right, I'm gonna read everything. Might be 6 years.
That's no excuse. I have a necromancer's hat. Oh, that's an X. I have found a blue thing called Stormcaller's Circlet. Epic Caster Helm. I can't use it.
You can't use it yet.
Okay, fair. But is that a thing that'll be more useful for you?
Depends what it does. Sorry, I can't actually remember every item by name.
Fair enough. Plus 14% cold, plus 14% lightning, plus 19% spirit, 2.2% energy regeneration, 12% elemental resistance, plus 2 to Trozan's Sky Shard, and plus 2 to Wind Devil.
I think those are technically mine, but I can't remember. So do you mind just dropping it? Wait, I think that's also Shaman. Yeah, that's a Shaman. Wind Devil is Shaman.
Okay.
You've been lucky, you got 2 blue so far.
Yeah. It's not luck, it's skill. I am skilled at this RNG.
Makes sense. I'm gonna drop a decent shield, just in case you need a good shield. I don't know if you've gone into tomes yet or not.
I have not switched over to... why can't I? Oh, right. That's why.
Also, I haven't seen the two-handed axe yet. Kind of surprising.
I'll give you a good price for what I've got left. Iron well spent.
Okay.
I'll see what's left of my wares.
Do we have anyone to talk to? I don't think so.
I'm just putting some stuff away in the stash shield.
Oh, Feldus is happy. Feldus wants to thank us. Take everything I found out there. It's not much, but maybe you can make some use of it. Awesome! We got some iron and reputation and some scrap.
Iron is always great. Can't be mad at iron.
You said you came from Burwich. Yes, had a home in Mud Road before the town fell to the ethereals. It was terrible. Fire and the dead everywhere around us. I watched my neighbors get torn to pieces by those things. If it wasn't for Captain Bourbon. Captain Bourbon saved you? It was Captain Bourbon that found us hiding at the boarding house. He personally rounded up the remaining survivors and led us here through the wilderness. Even with his help, not all of us made it through the swamps. Sounds like you have a habit of needing rescue. The captain is a hero.
What do you want?
Edwin! Character stolen from another game. Ain't gonna pretend that I make as good or even edible, but it fills up the gut and keeps you going. Okay, cool. I'm ready to keep moving.
I am too.
So we're gonna run or we're gonna rift?
We'll go back to the rift that I set up.
Nifty!
There's a monster totem down here, but I can see on the map, so we can go do that again if you want. It's pretty successful last time, so I can't imagine it'll be worse. Monster totem. Oh, play card first.
Thank Lord. Stop attacking my gunman.
Now, I actually might turn off whites from my drops because I don't think we need them anymore.
Yeah, I turned them off a bit ago.
Oh, I'm gonna press the Savage Totem.
Die,
Now,
giant spider.
I think that these totems are a great way of just getting people gear and changing it up a little bit because previously, before the patch was added to add them in, you basically just went to the game like normal, but having bosses that can just spawn at any point in the game is kind of cool.
Yeah, I do like that, and I like that it gives you the choice to spawn the boss as well. Like, incremental choice, essentially.
Obviously, it also allows fast leveling too, which is kind of cool. Because obviously summoning bosses to yourself is, you know, fast leveling. You probably also got some recipes from that. I don't know if you have or not yet, but there will be a forge and some other stuff.
I don't see anything that says recipe. Actually, hang on. Blueprint, Guardsman, Breastplate. Yep.
Yeah. So I'll already have most of those because once you've got it on one character, it goes to every character once you've unlocked the forge.
That's nice.
Because everything is shared pretty much.
I've always loved, like, it was something that I liked about a lot of certain games. Just like, yeah, you've made this character and now your stuff transfers. Like, I actually like that in Valheim, as example. That, you know, your items, equipment, whatever, carry over from one world or the other. Because you can always choose to de-equip.
Yeah.
And you can always choose to make an entirely new character. At least in Valheim you can. My boys aren't doing elemental damage. Oh, there we go. Thank you. You beat me to it.
I mean, I also think that it's a low bar, but just considering we're discussing the entire schematic of the game, I do appreciate that it's not just rinse and repeat the same kinds of enemies.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just undead. It's nice to see that they've broken it up to make it feel more realistic in the enemies that also are present, like the Slith.
I'm not sure if realistic is the right term, but I do see exactly what you're saying. Like, the variety is really nice, and it makes the game feel a bit more dynamic and a bit more diverse.
When I said realistic, it's because the undead hates everything, so you'll actually come across battles where they're already fighting.
Oh.
So the undead are trying to kill the Slith.
That is actually really cool, then. I found another cave.
Let's do it.
Woo, level up. It's a person. Jasper, please stay your weapon, stranger. We're no outlaws. We were captured and put to work here in the mine. I hope you're here to free us. I'm sure you were outlaws. You're just also captured and put in the mine. So it would seem, and nothing is worse to a rover than being confined. We're part of a rover band that set up camp in a secluded part of Whitemire, hoping to avoid trouble, but trouble found us anyway. They captured 4 of us, but young Larkin and 2 other men who were already died from overwork. They just left their bodies down here with us. Rovers follow the path of peace, but I can't help thinking the world is a better place since you sent those outlaws to meet their judgment. We did that? When did we do that?
Oh, the ones we just killed, literally.
Fair enough. Well, let's open a rift gate and send them there. We should return to our people out in the swamps. That is our path. Okay, up to you. We will spread word of your deed. Should you ever find yourself in the company of rovers, you will always find a place beside our fire. Okay. I have level ups. Should probably use those. So.
Just because I didn't specify it, I'm hoping you've already noticed, but if you press I, there's also an attributes whenever you level as well.
I had not noticed that at all. Okay. I have form a necromancer build. Physique, cunning, or spirit. What is most important, really?
That actually depends on how you're building it, because you're going the two-handed and you're also going pets. So if you hover over them, they actually explain what everything is done. When it comes to spirit, that's going to be your more magic damage and your casting. Cunning is pretty much your agility. Like, just think about it as agility. Physical damage, pierce, bleeding, internal trauma. It also includes your capacity for pain, landing, melee, and ranged attacks, and critically hitting. And physique is literally just health and armor.
Okay.
And dodge.
Yeah, I caught that when I read it. So, which one... I suppose I could actually have a look. Do the skeletons buff off of anything?
The thing that I think about in this game is actually going into your skills. If you look at the bottom bar, that one that, like, the one that goes from 1 to 50, if you hover over your build, look at which stat is the most prevalent there. For Inquisitor, Cunning is more relevant, and for an Arcanist, Spirit is more relevant.
Okay.
So if you look at those, you can kind of get an understanding of which one you think is going to be given to you more. Personally, as a two-handed build, I think you'd take Cunning and Physique.
Yeah, I figured Physique,
However,
because you're a front line.
As a pet build, you might take Spirit and Physique. So you may actually need to hybrid at certain points, which is going to make it a little bit more tricky.
Fair enough. Well, I guess we'll figure it out as we go along. Oh, my pets are gone.
Resummon them. Gonna summon them again.
That skill's not ready.
Hang on.
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute.
Skeletons now.
I can summon 3 more. I just need to wait for the spell to cool down. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so every time you level it up, it's probably gonna unsummon them. Just a heads up. Oh god, the encampment is real.
I will now simply walk through our enemies.
Yeah, because you've also got my bonuses going towards them.
Yep.
And they also take part of your bonus as well, so if you have a bonus or something, it may go into your pets too. So if you take Spirit for elemental damage, then they'll also get bonus elements. I'm just gonna let your pets handle this. Let's see how fast they can kill everything.
I didn't even lose one.
But yeah. As I said, taking that 10-point skill is quite relevant for you.
Yep. I have currently got 6 completely maxed out skeleton bows.
Oh no.
Oh no, people. You travel a dangerous path, stranger. This solitary refuge is one of the few safe places left in the White Mart. If you plan to set out on the road again, perhaps there is a way we can help one another. The Stairs are unnatural creatures that poison the land itself, so it seems only fitting that we should turn some of their vile magic against them. Their shamans carry bone necklaces, primitive things, but they carry primal power within them. I can weave this power into something more potent for you. If you bring me a few of their necklaces, I say 100 iron bits to aid us in return, I will fashion for you a magical ring. What do you say? You have a deal. Will these suffice? Yes, there is enough raw power in these bones, etc. Thank you! Any wisdom to share? The material world you see around you is not the limit of reality, nor is it the only realm of existence. Our folklore tells of travelers who have found hidden paths to slip through the veil between realities and pass into other realms of existence. Those who have returned tell of fantastic worlds vastly different from our own. The coming of the ethereals is proof of that, and the rifts they use to cheat distance and time to travel instantly from place to place are wounds in the veil of reality. We rovers have seen many things, not ethereal, pass through their rifts to enter our world. Even if we could drive them all out, will these wounds ever heal? Interesting tale. Since the breaking of the grim dawn, many new terrors have entered our world, and old ones have proliferated without the watchful eyes of the Empire's hunters, keeping them in check. Still, though the most treacherous creatures you will encounter on the roads are human, you cannot easily tell friend from foe when dealing with other humans, and we are a most cunning creature. Beware the criminal gangs and crazed loners out on the roads, often posing as desperate souls looking for help. What else can you tell me? The first traveller was Rowan, a king of old Arcovia, the city which once ruled over these lands, and many others. It is said that Rowan met an old man on the road. 1 second. I have a thing open, and it's making noises. I have closed it now. Whoops. The old man spoke of many strange things and revealed that he was a god who had wandered every path in this world since the dawn of time. He warned Rowan that a great doom would befall Arcovia because of his people's obsession with ownership. When Rowan returned, he renounced his throne and lands and took to the road, keeping only what he could carry. Many joined him and were called Rowery, and eventually became modern-day rovers. Most of the Arcovians ridiculed Rowan, including his family, who thought him mad, but in the end, the all bad prophecy came true. Arcovia fell to ruin, its lands cursed to this day. What else can you tell me? Same thing. Alright, I have to be on my way. And man, I can sell things too. Okay. I have a couple of, guns. Do you want or need them?
Ooh, well, that's a good question.
Tell you what, I'm just gonna drop all the guns I have, and you can make your own mind up.
There's a damage ring over here, by the way, in case you want that. It just gives you acid damage on top.
I've got some blue boots.
Nice.
Ooh. Necromancer's Fleshbound Tome of the Aether. Where... If I've got a tome, where do I put it? Off magic.
It's in your offhand.
Magic offhand. Okay, cool. Well, I'm going for a scythe build, so I guess I don't really want the tomes. But some of them are quite nice by the look of it.
Yeah, absolutely. You can actually, there's a weapon slot switch, so you can press W to switch weapons. So you can actually do the tome build and the scythe build. Also, there's a ring here in case you want that. It just gives acid damage, which makes it fairly strong. I also just finished off the slit necklace thing, in case you hadn't already done it.
Yeah, cheers. Alright. What? Hang on. Something is... I'm still getting beeps. Why am I still getting beeps? I thought I closed things off. There we go. Apparently I had it open elsewhere. So many bleeps.
Bleep bloop.
Bloop.
Achievement achieved. Achieving. Get a cave.
I'm charging into combat, you know, but by the time I get there, my minions have already killed everybody. Or you have. Come back here, giant glowing dog.
That's one of the handy things about the soldier, for example. You actually get an ability to charge into combat. Means you actually get to get a hit in before your pets do.
A hit, just the one.
Oh yeah, no, I'm being realistic here.
So, the game is telling me what the time is. Is there a reason for that?
I think it just is it the like our time?
Yeah.
I think it's literally just so you know what time it is.
I mean, that's nice.
So now I've cleared 3 shrines.
Achievement unlocked Shrine Magnet?
Yeah, pretty much. The shrines are specific, so they don't reset in the game. You can do them on each difficulty though, and in each difficulty I think they're in different spots.
So if we were to change the difficulty of this game and go back, we could...
Well, you can't actually do the next difficulty until you completed the game originally, because it's kind of part of the whole point of the game. It's the difficulty increase will then change certain aspects.
Right.
So you actually need to be like level 35 before veteran. Otherwise you will get demolished.
So we're going to do veteran at level 1, right?
I mean, we can. I wouldn't recommend it, but we can. Everything will be level 35 and we will not be able to hit it.
That sounds like a reasonable challenge. Hey, things are fighting each other. And now I'm
Obviously.
killing all of them indiscriminately.
I mean, I think it's pretty discriminate. You are choosing one over the other.
So, are we just generally exploring this map, or are we looking for something in particular right now?
We are actually doing things that are specific, but I would just, you know, kill everything. Show no mercy.
Yay, I'm actually getting to do something. These things are tough enough that they didn't die instantaneously.
Oh, it's because I'm not close enough. Give me a second. Ooh, Baltimore's. You just killed a boss.
Yes. And I didn't even remotely break a sweat. It took a little while for it to die because it was a boss, and it's just like, yay, it survived more than half a second against my minions. So, Chthonic Flayer's wife. I take it from this that you have renewed your vows.
I can't confirm or deny. I don't see anything Chthonic about you.
Are you suggesting that you're rejecting me?
Well, I mean, you're not Chthonic.
Wow. Wow, that is just rude. And after everything I've done for you.
I'm not certain you're Lovecraftian either.
I am an academic. That's as Lovecraftian as you can get.
I mean, it does sound pretty horrifying.
Exactly. You want to talk Lovecraftian? I study things. Lovecraft couldn't study things, he was too horrified by it.
If only Lovecraft had studied more things.
Yeah, maybe he wouldn't have gotten so terrified of, you know, freaking cooling systems. I do love that, you know, like, look at all the non-Euclidean geometry! You mean, geometry? Like, for the most part, that's what we're talking about here, it's just geometry.
The math's hard, okay.
That I can understand, yes. Lovecraft truly is the horror of general mathematics. Which is ironic, because the last game I played, Moons of Madness, well, not even ironic, maths was the source of a lot of the horror. It was just, we discovered a new form of maths from reading the Necronomicon. So, the horror is maths. Yay! I get to hit something more than once. Ah, where is... I'm still hearing beeps. Where is it coming from?
Maybe it's your laptop needs charging.
There it is. No, it's, had certain web pages. I had like Facebook open and things like that. And it was just, I keep getting bings of messages and notifications because people like to talk to me for some reason. It's like I also like to talk to people and want to respond to them. Oh, there's a cave here. Although, did we come through here?
I don't know. Let's do it again. There's still things that are alive above us, so...
Yeah, we've been here.
Okay. Let's kill everything in the area.
Exactly.
They deserved not to be unalive.
But yeah, like, I know that I don't always notice the bloops when they happen, so for all I know, there have been like a dozen bloops going on live stream, and I haven't noticed.
Bloop, bloop.
Bloop, bloop. Die, things that aren't me. Wait a minute. I'm Noko. You're a thing that isn't me.
Uh-oh. So are your skeletons.
That's a good point. Well, we can't kill the skeletons. I mean, if it has a skeleton, it must be good.
But I have a skeleton. And so do the undead.
Well, then we shouldn't be killing the undead, because they have skeletons, so they must be good.
I mean, it's the logic.
It's definitely a logic, and I'm sticking to it.
To be fair, I don't think you've been killing anything.
Yeah, it's mostly been my skeletons that I've been killing things with skeletons.
Skeletons just know to draft other skeletons.
Skeleton on skeleton violence.
They're drafting other skeletons and skeletons. It's fine.
Don't worry, fellow skeleton. We will free you from the flesh that's keeps you captive.
You have been captivated.
This carnage looks recent. Most of the carnage looks recent because we caused it.
It's more about the horse and carriage to let you know that they've only just died.
It's mostly to tell you, oh hey, look guys, there's a little bit of plot here.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's not like, you know, too in your face. face. It's just in your face.
Oh, look, a person to talk to. I'm going to bust them out while all these monsters are still around us.
What monsters?
Alright, let's talk to them. Thank goodness someone came. Those slits, they attacked my caravan and killed all my guards. I think the only reason they left me alive is they could have me fresh later. I'm from Devil's Crossing. I can help get you back there. A fine merchant probably has a few coins left. Yeah, we're just going to help him out. Don't kid yourself. Look at this blood. I'm not going to be able to walk out of here. Appreciate the thoughts, but it might be better to just end it quick. Yeah, we can just open a rift for you, buddy. You're going to set me off then. Done. Walk into the light.
Are you ready?
Okay, my inventory is apparently very full, so I'm just going to reorganize it a little bit.
I was saying, come over here when you're ready.
That is not going to help. Okay, let's...
My inventory I can't carry anymore.
Okay, I don't think I can pick up the remaining things that are here. They're in the yellows, so it doesn't matter. Where are you?
Get ready for the storm.
Can we go... Ah, okay. So I can't pick up any of this stuff.
Yeah, the idea is that we go back to town and then come back and get it.
Easy.
Because we've probably already looked at all the items, so we can just, you know, vend them.
Wait, hello there. Is there a button to, like, just go, I want to sell everything yellow?
Not specifically.
Also, I have a green gun. You can have the green gun. I have another green gun. You can have the green gun. I have another green gun. You can have the green gun. That's a yellow gun, so no. Okay, I'll deal with that later. That is an occultist stone. I have a nice little note there. Ooh, that is a nice little item that I can't use yet. Much more than that. And I leveled up. And suddenly I can use a whole lot more items. Thank you for whatever you just did.
I talked to the second vendor that, Luther Graves, the person you just saved, he's actually a merchant. So because you saved him, we now have a second merchant. If you hadn't, we would...
Hurrah! Alright. That is worth much more than what that one is. It's basically the same thing. Might as well change it. That is worth much more. Until I find a nice side, I'm just going for whatever is the best.
Okay.
So rare caster helm. Okay, so those are helms. So I don't care too much about them. Alright, I found some tainted brain matter. And
I well spent.
alright. I felt vindicated. You killed scores of the shambling dead, but I think you can do better. The aether corruption created some truly monstrous mutations in the dead. I heard tales from Berwick survivors that witnessed a horrifying transformation with their own eyes. Balros and Hagra, they was fine folks, ran the boarding house up in Berwick, that is until the aether got them. Turned them into things you only see in nightmares. Those that got away spoke of bloated flesh and blades of bone. I cannot even imagine it. Word is they chased the survivors as far as the mouldering fields to the south of Berwick. Go out there and hunt some down. Then tell me of the slaughter, I'll make it worth your while. Okay, cool.
Thanks for all your help.
That guy just wants to thank me for allowing him to drink whiskey again. I mean, that's fair.
We'll give you a good price of what we've got left.
Sybil. Oh, I have your Baldur's amulet? I didn't notice. Unfortunately, he was one of the dead that I didn't notice. That's the story I'm coming up with, and don't correct me. This is a lot to take in. Milton, I'm sorry, brother. Thank you, stranger. At least I can live knowing my brother is free of all this misery. Keep the amulet. Thanks. I will immediately sell it. Nobody worth talking to? Nobody worth talking to.
I'll see what's left of my wares.
Don't care about that. What a lovely ring that is worth less than everything else that I have. Yeah. And this amulet. Ooh. Ooh, that is better than the salt bag I'm wearing, at least.
Seems to be right.
So as I said, one of those two-handed guns you dropped for me is actually for you.
Oh.
It feeds into the two-handed build for you.
Put it to good use.
Because when it says two-handed, I'm pretty sure in your version it doesn't always say melee. So you might want to double check it.
Possibly not, but required cunning is 129, so I can't actually use it just yet.
Have you already spent all your points?
I have not, but I don't have nearly enough points to get me there.
The points are full per.
I'll give you a good price.
Fair
No problem.
enough. Well, let me spend some points first. Probably didn't need to up that all the way, honestly, but I still did. I still did. Okay. Oh, I'm ready to continue when you are.
Second, just min-maxing.
Go for it. How do I switch my weapons?
W.
That does not appear to switch my weapons.
Bottom corner, next to your left attack, is the weapon swap button.
Hang on. Whoa. Something is happening. I think my game is crashing.
It appears so.
This game autosaves, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So we may have to... Oh no, but all those items we left.
Oh, shoot. Ah, well.
No. Oh well. Alright, well, that seems like a convenient place to actually stop the stream and grab some lunch.
Cool.
So, yeah. we will be back after lunch, so probably in about 15-20 minutes or so, probably.
Sounds good.
Awesome. All right, see you then.
Bye.